Hi, it is living in AI era. So in the past weeks, I have received many questions from our friend who watched this video channel, asking me on the breathing in meditations. Okay, so the question is asking me like, for example, okay, if this is say this is inhale, this is pulse, this is exhale, this is pulse, like this is a breathing cycle. And our friend asking me that somebody is saying that, or you need to have like the 1 to 2 breathing, meaning that you inhale as 1 and then you exhale as 2, okay? Or meaning you count, say 1 in inhale and then you count 2 for exhale. Or in other words, it's like you spend 4 seconds in inhale, 8 seconds in exhale, and then also there's somebody saying that you inhale counting 1 to 4, and then you stop breathing counting 2, and then you exhale counting 6, all kinds of stuff. Okay, so our friend asking me that what is a good thing to do, and so I decided to make this video to clear this out for you all. Okay, first of all, I like to make a disclaimer here. Whatever I share with you here is not a medical information and so forth. You need to talk to your doctor. Okay, contact your health support team. I provide informations for you so that you know in general what is going on in meditations. But do not take what I'm saying here as a medical advice. Okay, this is very important because your life is important. Okay, we don't want to screw people up. Okay, now let's talk about meditations, breathing in meditations. So as we know, the breathing in meditation is like this pendulum. Okay, you can set it up. You can set it up like displace this bulb a while, and then let it swing freely. Okay, so there's two phases there. This is the setup, okay, to make sure it's proper, and then you let it go. Okay, now that is how one's supposed to handle the breathing in meditations. Okay, do not mess around with this I want to inhale count 4 and then exhale count 8 stuff. Do not mess around with that. Somebody in some program will say, you listen to the music, you said, oh, I need to do a breathing for 12 seconds, 4 seconds for inhale and 8 seconds for exhale. You know what is that like? That is like this pendulum, you keeping moving with your hand. Okay? Now you need to understand that we need to take a considerations on the nature of this pendulum. We are not going to go doing this all the time. Okay, 6 inhale, 12 exhale, because everything has its resonance frequency. Everybody is different, and based on everybody's health conditions and so forth, it is different. Okay, now I can share with you is this, like for example, when people practice this anapanasati, the Buddha's teaching anapanasati, okay, the anapanasati, okay, when the Buddha said you aware of the inhale, exhale, those kind of stuff, actually you are aware of this thing, the pulse between the inhale, exhale, and there's a lot of different variations in the practice. So it is not like, oh, I count inhale to 5, count exhale to 5, and that's it. No. They actually, after they tune their breathing, after they tune their breathing, okay, meaning using the intentionally to regulating, they let it go, okay, and then the aware of it at that time when the breathing is a resonance or oscillate naturally, okay. So there's Anapanasati, okay, the Buddhist Anapanasati training. That's what it is. And when one get into Samadhi, actually is this the pose of the exhale prolonged so long, okay, that the aware and the body become one. Sorry, the awareness and the breathing become one. It pulls there, okay. That is where one enter into the samadhi or the calmness at that state. It is not a drowsy state. It is a really clear, calm state. That's samatha, okay. When it's light, peace, really clear, okay. It's not drowsy. It's why I do this counting breathing and fall on the sleep. No, that's already a wrong path. If you want to go for anapanasati. Now, this anapanasati stuff, after they get into the China 1,000 years ago, it influenced the Chinese meditation and qigong and so forth, okay. And it used the handling of the different combinations for different purpose in the Chinese qigong or meditation. Meaning that based on the different combinations, okay, the inhale time, the durations of inhale, the pause and the exhale, and this the pause in the between the exhale and inhale, with different combinations where you pay attention to, it is used for special case. So for example, the guy who have a high blood pressure, in ancient China, okay, in Chinese meditation and so forth, the teacher will say you pay attention to the exhale and the pulse of the exhale. That is for the high blood pressure. For the low blood pressure people, they are paying attention at the inhale and also the pulse between the inhale and the exhale. That is how usually is taught, okay. And then that is still is the what you call that the regulating it. Once they're regulating it, they let it go, okay, and then they just aware of the particular one. So if you look at the two phase, this is like I count one inhale, one stop breathing, and one exhale, those kind of stuff. Those are regulating. And once that is smooth, it get into the resonance, you let it go. So that is effortless and natural breathing in the meditation people talk about. People not going to use the mind to control that all way long. Meditation is not like that, okay. And so right now we know that meditation. You have in your breathing, you have the inhale, and then you have the pulse, and then you have the exhale, and then you have the pulse. So you have a four thing there. You have the inhale, you have the pulse, you have exhale, you have the pulse. You have different combination here, which will cause the body physiology to do different stuff. And for the healing and so forth, like in the China qigong and all this breathing, all those things is you need a knowledgeable and experienced teacher to teach one. Okay, so one not simply say, well, I want to do this, okay. Now, so in order to get into to know the state of the intentional regulating, okay, and how to regulate intentionally, properly, based on that particular person's health. That is something need to be known. There's no such thing as one size fits all. Okay, meaning that, say for example, the person who have a high blood pressure, then you say, okay, now when you breathe a little longer. But when you have a lower blood pressure, you need to say when you breathe, okay, you have to pay attention to the inhale. For the people who have a high blood pressure, you say you pay attention at the exhale, such thing, okay? And I don't want to prescribe you thing here, because this is based on case by case. Everybody is different. You don't want to get the guy who have a low blood pressure already. You say, well, I'm going to do 1 inhale, 3 exhale. You're going to cause him problem, okay? So that is, I like to share with you this, because you need to have a proper information, okay? And also, okay, I want to show you this. This is in Chinese, okay? If people read Chinese, they talk about the breathing, the inhale, exhale, pulse, and all kind of stuff, okay? What type of sickness you want to use, what type of breathing combinations, okay? Meaning that the inhale, exhale, pulse combinations, okay? So it's there. This kind of information is all around. If you know, you read the ancient and so forth, and all this kind of stuff have been actually experiment with modern science also. Okay, people have made experiment with this type of stuff. So in other words, that what I'm trying to say is that I reveal to you there's this type of stuff there. So don't mess around with your breathing. If you don't know, let it be nature. Okay. And if you don't know about what to do about Anapanasati, don't force it. Okay. Now, saying that, I like to show you 2 devices which is good to help people who do not have teacher, okay, in breathing. Say for example, people who have high blood pressure, okay, high blood pressure, they can use this Respirate, okay, this Respirate machine. If they want to do meditations, okay, they can use this Respirate machine. And this Respirate machine is actually, it is FDA, it passed FDA. Okay, you can check it in the website. No, I have nothing to do with a Respirate company. Okay, I just want to share with you this. So the Respirate have is adaptive algorithm to make sure that the breathing, your breathing, it lead you, it guides you on your breathing, so that you are not forcing it. Okay, so you can check on the website, that if you see that, okay, that is you talk about the Respirate there, how they have the machine be able to really intelligently tailor your breathing, your exhale for you. Okay, so that is important, because you want something which have being experiment, being taken in the lab, okay, which got result, okay, being studied. So if you don't know what to do, get a Respirate, okay, or the new one. Okay, this is 2 breathe. This is a new one. This is also Respirate technology, okay, but with the cell phone today and so forth. So use that, it guides you, okay. At least that this thing is being studied, is FDA, and then just read about Respirate, Okay, the respirate. Okay. Now, another good device for this handling this breathing is the N-Wave. Okay, the M-Wave machine, the M-Wave 2 machine. Okay, it also adaptively help you in breathing, so that you don't get into, oh, I want to have one inhale, two exhale, those kind of stuff. Let the machine helping you. Okay, so naturally, and you be able to be pretty effortlessly, naturally breathe. Okay, like the pendulum. Okay, remember this? Remember this pendulum stuff? Okay, so you be able to get the natural pendulum via respirate or the M-Wave. Okay, so let me share with you a part of this thing on the adjust of the breathing of the M-Wave. Okay.
One way to help us feel calmer is by simply slowing down and smoothing out our breathing. So the breath pacer in your unit is a guide. You simply match your breath with the pace of the lights, breathing in as the lights flow up and breathing out when they flow down.
So this thing, I just lost it, and I'm going to get it for you. Okay. So this M-Wave and the respirate actually be able to coach you in a natural way to get to the proper breathing, instead of you get in trouble of like try to fix your breathing. Okay, that is important.
When you use your M-Wave 2 as a handheld device,
And give me 1 second. Okay, I want to let you hear this, because
when you use your M-Wave 2 as a handheld device without plugging it into your PC,
then you know what I'm talking about.
operate as a function.
Because this kind of stuff is important. Okay.
When you use your M-Wave 2 as a handheld device without plugging it into your PC,
So with the respirate, it be able to coach you. Okay, so you don't even have to say, well, I want to count 1 and then count 2 and those kind of stuff. And this is good for the high blood pressure people, the stress and those kind of stuff. Same with this thing. And the M-Wave is, as we know, that this is the
M-Wave 2 as a handheld device without plugging it into your PC. The sensor
Okay.
button on the unit will operate as a more shallow, more irregular. And one way to help us feel calmer is by simply slowing down and smoothing out our breathing. So the breath pacer in your unit is a guide. You simply match your breath with the pace of the lights, breathing in as the lights flow up and breathing out when they flow down. If the pace is too fast for you or too slow for you, it's fine to breathe at a slower pace than the breath pacer if that's more comfortable. A clever feature of your M-Wave 2 is that once you have been in medium or high coherence for 45 seconds, then the speed of the breath pacer actually adjusts to the rhythm that is the most comfortable for you. So you can breathe slower than the pace you see here. It will adjust once you're in medium to high coherence for 45 seconds. At this time, you may see that the light at the top has shifted from red to blue.
So from this is an instruction video there. You can check HealthMed, so that you can look into it. Okay, HealthMed. Okay, this is M-Wave 2. Okay, it's under this one. And then of course you can check the respirate, the respirate website. Okay, 1 second. This is the respirate. Okay, and let me show you one thing. This is important. Okay, so you have a high tech now where you can help you without you're running into all kinds of wild stuff. Okay, we really do not want to play expert on things we have no idea what it is. And so as in the respirate, okay, this is, you can see here, this is the respirate. Okay, so check into it, and then that is this is within it. So there's this the to sleep and to breathe. So this is the good high technology that can help us to breathe naturally, okay, so that we do not create problem for ourselves, because it is not just that we think, oh, I can have this combination, that combinations of breathing, inhale, exhale, we can do it as what we want. If you do not know the long-term effect, then there's a problem. And then, as what I have shown you, the Chinese know the long-term effect. That's why when they do a treatment on the high blood pressure, you need to have a certain breathing type, and the low blood pressure, okay, all this kind of stuff. Okay, just I want to let you guys know. And so this is the M wave. Okay, this is the M wave. This is the respirate. Okay, I got the respirate. And then this is my, this is the muse for the brain wave. Okay, so you can check that thing. And so I want to show you this thing. Okay, you might asking me, so why, you talk about this, are you serious? Sure. Okay, so this is what it is. This is the plot of 15 minutes meditation sessions. If you following the respirate, so the respirate is synchronized. Okay, if you look at this is called sync here, synchronized. So it drop the breathing, it synchronize it. Okay, just so I just have to follow what is the respirate instructions. So it guide me. Okay, so that's how the respirate do that. Okay, so that's the respirate. So it's running by coaching by the respirate. Okay, this is very good. Okay, so you don't have to say, oh yeah, I have to put intention or what I want to do and so forth. You just follow it. Okay, now this is, I'm doing Anapanasati. I let it go and then let it, I set it up. Okay, and this is Anapanasati Samatha. I set it up and then I let it swing. Okay, so this is what it is. So still I'm using the respirate to monitor, to take the data, and you see that this is, okay, this is, I set it up, and then I let the breathing settle by its own. Okay, so it settled about around 5 breathing per minute and so forth. So you don't want to say, oh, I want to have this seconds. I have to breathe 5 times per minute or something. You don't want to preset that, because you need to know this body. Okay, I can do this is because my training. Okay, so I know that this is the setup time, and then it just let it pendulum here. But if I have no idea what it is, I better go take something like respirate. Okay, if I'm in the high blood pressure or tension side, or healthy people. If you're healthy, you are having maybe a high blood pressure tendency, then this is good, because it is based on the exhale. It guides you. Okay, naturally. Okay, and also I can show you this with the muse. Okay, with the Muse. With the Muse. Okay, I'm using the Muse to take data. Right away, if you can do Anapanasati, you can do the Samantha, you just go drop into the to the calm state at will. Okay, this number might change day to day. Okay, but you'll be able to do that because there's a practice of Samantha, Anapanasati. Okay, so as a summary, what I like to tell you is that number one, don't mess up with the breathing because of somebody say in the YouTube or some guy say in the YouTube, you breathe this way, you breathe that way, you follow that. No, you need to know yourself. Okay, you need to have a teacher to coach you. And then there is a different effect, physiology effect based on your combinations of breathing and so forth. And the important thing is that you want to let it be nature so that it be able to do the pendulum type. Let the body function instead of you try to manipulate it or fix it or pressure it to do certain thing, because that everything have a long-term effect. Okay. So the second thing is that if you don't have a teacher, you don't know what to do with this so-called natural and effortless, the best deal is if you have the high blood pressure or the healthy people, you want to try meditations, let's get a respirate, okay, or an M-wave, okay. Muse is good, as well. You can see that I record the data. However, everything you need to learn from somebody know what they are talking about. Everything which is in the ancient is scientific. And because our health, our body is important, okay? So be really careful with it. Check with professional, real professionals. Don't go mess around with that thing in meditations, okay? Meditation is not something fun or philosophical or anybody can do, interpret whatever they want. Meditation is some serious stuff. It's just like a medicine. You don't go take any medicines as you like. You want to take medicines based on something which is or based on somebody who have experience, like a medical doctor. Okay, so this is to share with you today. Okay, check with your medical doctor always if you practice meditations or anything. Okay, because you need to monitor yourself. You do not want to get into thinking, oh yeah, I want to see light here, I can do Anapanasati, I can do this, I can do that. But do you know what is a long-term effect? And just don't take anybody's advice. Just go to see your medical doctor and get a real professional. Okay, don't learn anything from any show or anything, because take care of your body. Okay, there's no spare part if we screw up our body. So this is to share with you today.